Hey parents, this is Teacher Dominique, and thanks for joining me for this video on practical ways that you can help your child with writing and literacy activities at home. I'm so glad to be bringing another video to you. I love taking advantage of the outdoors, especially right now in the season, so I hope that you're enjoying the lives that I do outside, because we don't want to be up inside all summer. You also want to enjoy the outdoors. So make sure that you're getting out there with your kids and they're taking their notebooks with them so they can write wherever you are. And I hope that you take inspiration from being outside and giving your kids that motivation to put whatever they experience into writing. All right, so today I just wanted to go over a couple of things about the purpose of writing. Now, I've been working with kids for over 30 years in the public schools of major cities like New York, Washington, D.C., Miami, Houston, Texas. I find that it's very interesting when we teach writing. We kind of teach it as a response exercise. So the teacher reads a story, the students write in response. The teacher hands out a test and the students write. I find that it's very important to help learners understand how writing can shape their lives. Now, if they take to writing, they can become authors, they become poets, lyricists. Okay, that's great. They found a specific purpose. But there's also a more practical purpose. And that practical purpose is that it shows what you can communicate. Writing shows what you can communicate. And just like there are levels in math and reading, there are levels in writing. I worked with a student, I think it was this week, who said to me that they received the highest marks in writing. And I said, oh, that's great. I said, so what do you know about that score? So for example, if you get 100, that means you did everything right. You didn't get one question wrong. So when you get a 4, what does that mean? Okay? We need to have our learners understand what criteria, what are the components of whatever grade they receive in writing, so that they can continue to provide that same level every time they write. Okay? Now, why is this important? Because what I'm finding is that students know that they have to write to respond, but they're not certain what writing does for their future and what elite writing looks like, or what good writing looks like. Have we shown our learners what elite writing looks like? What does a 4 look like? What are the components that make up a 4? What are the components that make up a 3? The reason why I'm saying this is because I've talked to parents who are describing what they're seeing in their children's writing. And if the student is in secondary, meaning middle school or high school, they're seeing that their learner is still writing the who, what, where, why, and how of something without developing it, or without elaborating into more description and more depth. So the reason why I'm saying this to you today is because right now we have an opportunity to work with our kids and show them exactly what elite writing looks like, what good writing looks like, what are the components that go into each of those levels, so that they're not going into high school and secondary and college thinking that my basic response writing is all I will ever be required to perform. That is not the case. What will happen is whenever they submit a written piece along with their transcripts, the written piece needs to show a level of accomplishment in writing the same as they show an accomplishment on their SAT scores, ACT scores, whatever exam they're taking. So I urge you to get into programs that teach your learners how to elevate their writing, because they already have the elementary building blocks, and if they don't, that is primary, right? From there, they're going to need the evidence of what elite writing looks like, okay, going forward. So my purpose in secondary and beyond is to show a level of writing that matches my reading level, that matches my math accomplishment, science accomplishment, etc. Okay? We don't want to leave writing back in elementary school, okay, with the who, what, where, why, and how. We need to bring writing along. Writing as a domain is not the component to leave behind. Like, it doesn't matter, because it will matter if it comes down to a decision based on overall, score, where every subject gets a score, including writing, and we just didn't make it in that component. No. Okay? We can do better than that. So I urge you to get into a program that teaches how to elevate your writing, how to produce elite writing, and how to understand the components of strong written compositions and essays, and just develop your writers in every area of writing, similar to their subject area studies that they're involved in. So that's my message for today. I truly hope that you listen to this video, play it back, because the best time to start is now, and the best day to start is today. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next training.